Hi, thanks for joining me for this upper body flow and release. A chance to shift any tightness, any restraint, any energy that might be stagnant through the upper body. There'll of course be a little bit of lower body included in that, but I highly recommend this practice if you spend a lot of time leaning forward, sitting down, doing desk or office work, or even writing and art. A chance for you to spread across the heart and open back up again. This practice could be quite energizing, given the nature of the part of the body that we are working with. So keep that in mind for when you do this practice, but it is a really great way to just simply shift some energy if you have been quite still and stagnant and hunched throughout your days. We're going to start in child's pose for this practice. You will probably need a block. I recommend having at least one, if not two blocks handy for all practices. So grab at least one block or a solid book of some sort, that might help. And in your child's pose, it could also feel nice to have your head resting on your hands, your knees a little wider than the hips. Close your eyes. Let your body breathe. Take a moment to notice the shoulders, the neck, the head. Take a moment to feel softness through both the front, the sides and the back of the heart space. Take a couple of slow breaths. Breaths where you're not straining, but where you are trying to simply slow down what you are taking in, what you are letting go of. Conscious breaths. Take one final breath here. And then you'll slowly start to lift your head off your hands. If your head is resting on them, stretch the arms a little further forward on your mat, and then start to creep the fingers towards the top of your mat so far forward that you begin to feel a bit of stretch through the armpits, or for me, I'm actually feeling this a little through my upper back. On your next inhale, slowly roll your body up and forward. Adjust your knees to be closer to hip distance apart. Let the hips draw forward, and as you exhale, roll yourself all the way back over into child's pose, hips and heels. You'll keep flowing like that, breathing in, rolling forward, starting to get a little bit of movement through the upper back. Exhale, tucking chin to chest, rolling all the way back. One more time, breathing in, rounding through the upper back as you draw forward, then lengthening out through the spine. And as you exhale, you might choose to drop the hips a tiny bit towards the earth. As you inhale, tuck the tailbone under a little, feel some activation through your abdominals, then exhale, bend the elbows, lower your belly, your chest, your head all the way to the earth. With your hands staying about next to your rib cage or your chest, take an inhale. Press your big toes into the mat so that you can anchor to roll the shoulders back and down. Lift your heart, lift your head, exhale back down to the earth. All the way down, forehead touching. Breathing in, rolling up that low cobra. Letting the shoulders guide you, the elbows wanting to draw backwards, and exhale back down. Last time, breathing in, letting the shoulders guide you. They roll up and back and then down first. The heart then lifts the head, lifts big toes, press down, exhale to the earth. As you breathe in, press into your hands, sit all the way back up and over onto your heels. This might be where your block comes in handy if it's uncomfortable to sit on your feet and your heels like this. Add a block or a bolster And then inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Interlace the fingers above you. Exhale, reach the back of the hands towards the top of the mat. Tuck your chin to your chest, round your upper back, and then breathe in. Rise back up to the sky with the hands. Do that 2 more times. Again, we're trying to move through the upper back. Feel that stretch through the shoulders. Drop your head. Inhale, back up to the sky. Last time, exhale, rounding the upper back. Inhale, reaching to the sky. Exhale, bring your right hand to the earth. It might be the fingertips or the full palm that presses down. And your left arm is going to reach to the side. As the left arm reaches, you can bend into the bottom arm, but you might also keep it straight so that as you anchor through that bottom arm, you could stretch even further with the top. And then take a big circle. Left arm reaching down to the earth, around, past the mat. Bring the left hand to the earth and the right arm, let me move my hair out of the way, the right arm is going to reach over to the left side. Same thing here, the left elbow can bend a little, but you might straighten it out and focus on lifting and reaching that side body stretch, breathing in. Big circle, exhale, right hand down towards the left hand, and then sweeping past the mat over to the right side. Inhale, left arm reaches. And we'll keep flowing like that. Exhale, sweeping down, forward, around. Inhale, right arm reaches. Exhaling. And breathing in. One last time. Exhale. Breathing in. Stay for an exhale, and as you inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, lift your hips off your heels, reach your hands forward, drop your hips forward as you come into a sort of cobra. And then as you inhale, tuck the tailbone under, activate through your abdominals. Exhale, chaturanga arms, elbows stay close to rib cage as you lower down to the mat. This time, bringing your hands to the outside of your mat, coming onto the fingertips as if you have a tennis ball underneath the hands. And you can also internally rotate the fingers, so turn them towards the sides of your mat. As you breathe in, we roll the heart away from the earth, shoulders roll back and down. And on your exhale, drop the right shoulder towards the earth, look towards your left fingertips. Breathe in, draw back up to center. Exhale, we lower the left. Inhale, back into center. One more each way. Exhale, really working through the fingers and the hands here. This provides a little bit of strength for the fingers. Exhale, last time, left shoulder dropping. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, slowly let your heart drop forward and down, hands next to rib cage. Inhale, press up to plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips rise, heels press down. Take a slow breath in and out. On your next inhale, the right leg will lift to the sky. As you exhale, bring the right foot forward, place it between your hands. And we're going to inhale, staying on the back toes, right hand to the sky. We call this easy twist. It's not necessarily easy. As you exhale, sweep the right hand towards the back of your mat, down to the earth, and then inhale, take it on a big circle all the way forward and back up to the sky again. You'll do that 2 more times. Exhaling back and down. Inhaling forward and up. Last time. Following the breath, the biggest circle you can take in this direction. Inhale up. Exhale your back knee down onto the mat. Inhale, both arms will reach to the sky. As you exhale, keep the torso upright. You're in a low lunge stance with the legs. You're going to interlace your hands behind you. Bringing the palms of the hands as close together as you can, we roll the shoulders back and down. Think about pressing the fists of the hands towards the earth here. And as you breathe in, this isn't necessarily about lifting the arms away from the hips. It's about seeing if you can puff up your chest and expand through the heart. So there's a little bit of activation that's happening here. At the same time as the hands draw down, we inhale and we puff up the chest a little more. Take one more breath in and out. On your inhale, start to slowly release the hands. Reach them in a big circle wide, all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring them down onto the earth. Step the right knee to meet the left. Hands can can walk a little bit further forward as the hips drop forward. And your exhale, bend the elbows lower to your belly. Inhale, either low cobra, or if you want, press into the feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips rise, one breath here. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring that left foot forward, place it between your hands. We're in this high lunge stance, so the back knee stays lifted. This time, your left hand is going to reach up to the sky. So we're finding that easy twist again. If you have your block, you can add it under your bottom hand. On your exhale, let's start that big circle. Just the hand moving, left hand reaching towards the back of your mat, down to the earth. Inhale, reach forward, all the way up to the sky. Finding that biggest circle you can, so you find the full movement in that ball and socket joint of the upper arm. Inhale, forward and up. Last time, exhale, back and up. Inhale, forward and up. As you exhale, your back knee, right knee drops to the earth. We inhale, arms reach to the sky. Exhale, interlace the hands behind you. So again, we're in this low lunge stance. Now with the fingertips, place the little finger on top that doesn't feel right. So that'll be the opposite way to what you took before. And with that little finger on top, remember our aim here is to feel steady through the legs, and instead of to lift the arms away from the hips, we actually want to press the fists downwards. As you inhale, there's a sort of puffing up of the chest. And yes, we want to roll the shoulders back and down. As you exhale, maybe we press the hands down a little more. Inhale, we puff up. Exhale, hands can drive back and down. One more, breathe in. Stay for your exhale. As you inhale, release the hands, sweep them wide, take them up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, find your version of plank. I'm keeping my knees down today, but you can lift them at any point in time. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale. On your exhale, coming onto your shins, drawing to the back of the mat, lifting arms up to the sky. As you exhale, we're going to twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, back up to the sky. We twist again the opposite way. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Inhale to the sky. Last time each way. Inhale. Final time, right arm forward, left arm back. Maybe there's a little movement of the pelvis. We reach the arms up. As you exhale, bring your hands down onto the mat in front of you to find a 4-point kneel. Inhale, right arm reaches to the sky. We're going to thread the arm under. As you exhale, right shoulder sweeps to the earth. Your head can drop down as you breathe in. Rise back up. 2 more of those. Exhale. Inhale. Getting some more movement. Side body, back body. Front of the heart, back of the heart. Inhale. Reach that arm to the sky. As you exhale, let's hold in that twist. Your right ear coming to the earth. Let me adjust my hair, my microphone. Sorry about that. If
Hopefully you can still hear me. I guess filming in a baggy shirt is not great. And then I'm going to reach my left arm forward for this so that I can provide a little bit of resistance with the left hand on the earth so that I can feel a deeper stretch through the back of my right shoulder. And I'm trying to lean into my right knee here. You can also, instead of reaching the left arm forward, you can bind it around the back of the body to hold on to the right thigh. Slow your breath. On your next inhale, readjust left hand about under left shoulder. Let's take that right hand all the way up to the sky. Oh, that felt good. Exhale, the right hand to the mat. Let's do the other side. Let's see if I can do this with my hair. Inhale, left arm reaches. And hopefully you can hear me. Exhale, sweep the arm under, head towards the earth. Breathe in, back up again. Exhale, wrapping under. Inhale to the sky. One more round, down and back up. Exhaling under. Inhaling to the sky. And this last time, we're going to thread that left shoulder all the way down to the earth. I'm going to adjust my shirt, my microphone. Hopefully there's not too much interference. And then I like to reach my right arm forward so I can kind of press that right arm or hand into the earth. And as I press that arm into the earth, I create a little bit of resistance. The palm is firm. I'm leaning into my left leg. But again, if you wish to add the bind, right arm can sweep around the back of the body, and that might feel super nice to be able to open the right shoulder to the sky. Relax your neck, your head, take one more slow breath. And then a slow unwinding, right hand under right shoulder. Inhale, left arm to the sky. Exhale, the hand to the earth. Inhale, we're going to lift up. Now this option, we'll take Ustrasana or camel pose. So this is going to be a big shoulder opener. It might also be a deep hip flexor opener. But for this shape, please do be conscious that ideally we're not feeling any pain in the lower spine. And so one thing to create is a really stable, solid, active foundation through the glutes in particular. And we're stabilizing the back body the whole way up in order to open through the front body, in order to, again, expand the heart upwards. This shape isn't necessarily about how far back we go, it's how much can we open up the heart. So I like to start, and it's a really nice stretch for the wrists. So again, for those of you using your hands in this kind of downward motion, this is a really great way to stretch through the wrists. I like to bring my fingertips pointing up on my back. So my palms are kind of at my pelvis, that flat part of the pelvis. My fingertips are creating a little bit of a brace at my lower spines, which means I can't fully bend into that because it would have to bend my fingers in the wrong direction first. I'm going to pull my elbows in and back behind me and my shoulders down a little. The same action that we did in Cobra. And then I'm going to squeeze my glutes, press into the top of my feet, but you can curl the toes under if that feels more stable. As I inhale, as you breathe in, we lift the heart up. As you exhale, you might choose to press the hips a little further forward, but otherwise we're just trying to roll those shoulders back, create as much space as you can. So there's, again, a bit of activation through the back body in order to open the front body. Take one more slow inhale here. If you want to go deeper, you're welcome to really press the hips forward or drop the head back behind you, and then slowly lift up. We're going to drop the hips onto the heels, release the hands, and it might be a child's pose that you take with your forehead on the mat, your upper back rounded. Let the lower spine lengthen out as much as it can here. Take one more breath. And on your next inhale, slowly lift your heart up. We're going to draw the body forward, grab your block. You'll place your block either horizontally, so this way, or this way across your mat. I'm going to take horizontally, spin onto your back, and let's finish with a supported heart opener using that block, laying. Sorry, I'm a bit tangled with my necklace and my microphone. Taking the block under the rib cage, your arms can reach out wide. Feel free to straighten the legs onto the earth or have them in Baddha Konasana, so feet together, knees falling to the side. Let's open up this final chance to unwind, to redirect our energy, to slow the breath, to feel space in the body. To let the palms open to the sky and be soft. To feel some space through the lungs. To let that upper chest be free, mid-chest, lower. And in doing so, to free the body, to free the heart, to free the mind. Take one last slow breath. With a little rock to one side or pressing into your arms, take your block from under your back and let your body land. A Shavasana, your resting place. Heart open, chest free, energy moved. And a surrender into this place of integration, so that any final tension in the jaw and the back of the skull may disappear. Your breath returns to its flow, however that might be. As your eyelids become heavy, you surrender to the earth. And in that surrender, in this integration, we are free. Free from our days, free from the world, expansive in our hearts. And you might choose to stay here for a little bit longer, this rest, this moment of peace. But you might also choose to begin to wriggle your fingers, your toes. And eventually you might bend your knees and come onto one side. And then you can lift Eyes still closed, still integrating to a seated position. Hands at heart. We bow to the breath, to the movement, to our hearts, to our lives, to all that we do and all that we can shift and move and change and grow. Keep flowing, keep moving. May you always be at peace. May you always be happy. And may you always have love in your heart. Thank you.